What's good, Jevitee Nation? I hope you guys are all feeling positive and energized out there. Welcome to this week's quote of the week, week 14. This week's quote of the week is by Alvada King, who says, "Racism springs from the lie that certain human beings are less than fully human. It's a self-centered falsehood that corrupts our mind into believing we are right to treat others as we would not want to be treated. Racism springs from the lie that certain human beings are less than fully human. It's a self-centered falsehood that corrupts our mind into believing we are right to treat others as we would not want to be treated." This quote speaks many languages. It's worldwide. It speaks many languages because we have been conditioned around the world to think that racism is okay. We have been conditioned to think that this is normal. This is part of our everyday living. But Jevitee Nation, this is all conditioned into our mindset. Social conditioning is the influence of society on our thoughts, words, and actions. Social conditioning is the influence of society on our thoughts, words, and actions. So, Jevitee Nation, we have been conditioned to think this way. But perhaps we need to unlearn to relearn in order to receive new information. New information that will be positive for how we think and view others. I do not believe there should be such things as racism, because this is an idiotic ideology, in my own humble opinion. After all, we are here on this earth for a reason. Variety is the best form of diversity. This is just my own personal viewpoints. And I truly believe that we don't realize how much that we have been conditioned to think that racism is a normal thing. You know, it's a casual, normal thing that we don't think is detrimental to others, that is harmful, and to the point that some people die from it because of the consequences that is related to other people's actions. I mean, it's a disease that I believe is worldwide disease. This should not be the case, Jevitee Nation, in my own humble opinion, because out of million sperm, we are chosen to be born, to be conceived, and enter this world. Different races. All these things happen for a reason, Jevitee Nation. It's no coincidence. Everything is supposed to be the way it's supposed to be. This is how the Most High and the universe wants it. So we are here to live side by side. Yes, there is differences, but differences is the beauty of life, because how else can we learn about, a different race? How else if we don't see it? Okay, so education, information, knowledge is always a good thing. It's always a positive thing that would make us better individuals. Martin Luther King once said in his famous "I Have a Dream" speech, not judge people by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And I truly believe in this, Jevitee Nation, because how can we judge a person that we don't know? Simply because of how they look, that is how we will judge them, or stereotype them, or discriminate against them. I mean, when the tables are turned, we don't like being judged, stereotyped or discriminated against. And that is fair, right? Because after all, get to know me, get to know you. None of us want to be stereotyped. None of us want to be discriminated against. None of us want to be put inside a box. That's a fact, Jevitee Nation. So why do we do it to other people? Well, again, like I said, we have been conditioned to think this way, to think this is normal, this is okay. But I don't believe it is. A simple but yet a powerful example of why I believe racism is an idiotic ideology is because, let's take for example, when we might need blood due to perhaps some medical, condition and so on. Different races volunteer blood, every day in different countries, right? Now, I'm sure when we need blood, most of us don't ask where that blood came from, right? And more effectively is this: when the blood is transferred into an individual, most of the time the blood is effective and there is success in maintaining and balancing the illness that person perhaps had. This shows for me, Jevitee Nation, that we are all one. We are all one. So conditioning is very deep, Jevitee Nation. It can make us think in a certain way when really we have not stood firm to think, is this right? Because we are all one under the human flag. Most of us have more in common than we think. But perhaps racism blocks our pathway to getting to know one another even better. We might not realize this, but I believe that we do share quite a lot in common. It could be interest, it could be personality, it could be religion, it could be all sorts of different things that we share collectively. And I just believe that getting to know one another is one of the best ways to break and bridge the gap for this word of racism. Racism has been created to divide us. Racism has been created to conquer. Racism has been created to control. Racism has been created to condition our mindset. Jevitee Nation, we can break this spell. We have more in common than we think. But because we have been told that we have major differences, that one set of culture or race cannot get on with the other, this lie has been promoted and transferred into our psychology. The best way forward, the most positive way, is to unlearn in order for us to relearn. New information helps us. We can become a greater individual if we are able to be humble and to receive new information. Because after all, we have so much in common than we think. We are by far related to one another simply because of us being under the human flag, human race. And so I believe that spreading love and spreading hate, it is the only way to defeat racism. And each and every one of us have, I believe, a responsibility to do our part in order for this, I call it a virus, you know, an idiotic ideology, a virus to disappear one day. Because after all, if we can be conditioned to think this way, then surely we can be unconditioned to think the other way, okay? So I believe that we can do it if we think positively, Jevitee Nation. Let me know some of your thoughts in the comment section below, please. I will truly appreciate this, okay? Much love, people. And if you find this video of value, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, okay? And to share it around to others who might need it as well, all right? Much love, people. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to press the subscribe button and also the like and the notification bell in order for you to be notified of all new contents coming out from Jevitee. Much love, people, much love. Okay, so we'll come to the end of this week's quote of the week. I hope you find it of value. Okay, so take care of yourselves, people. Much love. Peace, stay positive, Jevitee.